think we are live. I think we are live. I think we are live. Like, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, what am I doing? Sometimes you have an interesting start to the day, to the stream. Okay, anyway, what I was trying to say was we were just streaming and everything was cool, but XRP, after our buy, after our theory of buying XRP's dip, right, and getting our average price to about $2.08 on the theory, we right now are back at $2.27. So, oh, that was like freaking clockwork. We got ourselves a new announcement that RLUSD has been officially approved. Oh, now let me quickly try to turn this mother thingy off. Here we go. All right, that will be fine enough. Yeah, and so XRP is pumping right now, boys. And it is kind of funny that I just ended the stream. Like just now ended it. But it does show that okay, I don't want to toot my horn too much, but we are freaking geniuses here. We are freaking there we go. Look at, oh man. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't scared, but I was a little bit like, ooh, we're dumping quite hard, right? But look at that. Look at our latest buy. Hoo-hoo, suckers. Not talking to you, talking about the fact that we were able to buy. I wish though that it was able to add more size, because you can see here, I still had a limit open while we were at those prices, but unfortunately it did not get fully filled. But woo, that's pretty good, because now anybody who used my strategy cannot be at a loss, which is nice. Just right there, I was like, ooh, you see, I should have maybe skewed it slightly more, but this is very, very good to see. We could talk about other coins, but in this case here, it's very, very nice for just specifically XRP, because they get themselves that approval, which is why they're up 10% or so in the past hour. Right? I mean, I think it might be the best gainer here. It is the best gainer over the last hour. A couple other coins are also back on the up and up, but XRP is the #1 gainer. There we go. Let me quickly tweet it out, though. And we got to wait a second for a couple of people to hop on in. No, it is really mostly just... Guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure you press that like button real quick, because I try to stream as soon as possible, but I had some stuff to prepare. As you guys saw, I was like eating and beating. You know? But just so that we quickly get all this news out to everybody. Our USD was... okay, I'm just quickly... There we go. Just quickly posted it out. Anyway, so yeah, like I've been saying, RLUSD had to go live one of these days, right? I mean, Ripple confirmed it, saying, oh, we're putting the dots on the I, basically. But now we officially got it approved. The price literally instantly just shot up, which is amazing to see. Mostly from the perspective that, again, we just in the last stream were saying, guys, I'm buying the freaking dip. You saw me buy the dip. You can see literally my buy being at the bottom. I made a stream while we were at, what was the price that we were at just now? $2.03 or so. I end the stream. I look back about half an hour later, and we're up 15% or so. Man, and that is why people sometimes get wrecked trading. Not wrecked financially, but wrecked mentally, because things just move so fast, guys. They can just change in the blink of a freaking eye. It just might all change. And I think that's the funny part of it, but for some people, that's the stressful part of it as well. And I very, very much get it. Let me quickly see just one specific thing here real quick. I was not, oh, that is so sad. That is sad, man. So on the main account here, I was not able to buy. For some reason, it might have not gone through. Oh, wait, this is the 1 minute chart. Let's see. Was I able to buy? Oh, that was an awful buy right there at $2.08 on the main account. And we only bought about 10% worth of the position. But still, because of what happened here, it's still up a pretty good chunk, actually, still. But it's nothing. It's just because, honest truth, I did not want to wreck our entry price here too much. which is the negative side when you're playing this game of, man, I'm a bit of a loss for words. That was a really awful buy, but I think it was because the price started moving back up and I just didn't want to miss it. Afterwards, though, we could have gotten a way better entry here as well, though, about 9% more down. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, which actually proves my point even more, right? On, which one? Where's it now? On this one, we got a way better entry in. Regardless, pretty cool, man. If you just keep buying the freaking dip, it seems to just always work out. And if you're wondering what this strategy here is coming from, why do we get to a $2.08 price level? It was with the strategy of buying 100, 200, 500, and then 800 units at about $1.94. $1.94, yeah. Which is our price just now. And again, you don't have to specifically buy at those levels. It was just to put up an example, because I've been saying if you just keep buying your way down, you'll be fine. And people keep saying, Dusty, but I'm panicking. It was the worst decision to hold. I'm not saying we can't go down further here. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to be the one to tell you it's only up from here. All I'm saying is, hey, we just get ourselves the official announcement from Ripple. Ripple officially receives final approval from the NYDFS for RLUSD. Officially happened. Let me quickly see an announcement from Ripple themselves, though, from the goats themselves at the office. Let's quickly see what they said. And you got to always watch out, of course, as well, when you see a 10% pump in an hour. I mean, the price here, for zooming in a little bit, it's up how much from the bottom? It's up like 20% in the last 1 or 2 hours. So, you know, you got to be more careful when that happens. Then again, if the whole market moves back up, this is all just going to look easy and beautiful. So, again, to get back to Brad, this just in, we have final approval from the NYDFS for RLUSD. Exchange and partner listings will be live soon. And a reminder, when RLUSD is live, you'll hear it from Ripple first. Okay, so they're not going to let anybody know because they don't want anybody to get like fudded. So meaning if you see, oh, camera stuck. So maybe that means if you see it somewhere because they said, oh, we knew it, then it's all fake, perhaps. Did the camera die? What's happening? Let me turn it off. I'm back on. Different port. Let's try some different things. Here we go. All right, it should work now. Come on now. So what's up, everybody? Where in the chat box y'all watching from? 20% in an hour or so. That's a pretty big pump. Some of y'all don't know how to get excited no more, but we officially got RLUSD approved, ladies and gents. We back up. Yeah, let's freaking go. No, I don't want to be the guy to scream right now. No, you know, I don't really feel like screaming. But, you know, if anybody was panicking just now, you were not feeling too well, at least you hopefully feel a little bit better right now because it got a big move up. If you right now are in a ton of profit, you can even just sell right here. Cash in your profit so in case we go down to the freaking bottoms, at least you cashed out a good chunk. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, hey, if you were following this strategy along and you're right now up like 20% in the last hour or 2 hours, or you're up like 5% or whatever from the price that we chose, or 6%, I think 7% maybe. It's already pretty good. Sometimes don't be greedy. If you're talking about a trading position, that is, right? If you're talking about spot bags, then yeah, I mean, at this point we didn't really do too much. So somebody's asking or saying approve but not live. Well, but the approval was the issue. We know Ripple can get it live. That's not the hard part. It's about getting the official approval because, well, you understand why, I think. Like Focus Insight says, approved is as good as live. All it takes now is for Ripple to be like, you know what, put in the dots on the I's on that side. But the dots on the I's on the regulatory side, it's the hard part, right? Because regulators suck, especially when it comes to crypto. This was the most important part. XRP's back on the up and up. I'm loving to see it. And it's so funny that it happened nearly instantly after I ended my stream. Oh, no. I thought, let me just chill for a little bit. Let me chill for a little second. And then instantly we pump. But I guess it's nice. Because specifically that stream, we're talking about how you should just buy the freaking dip and not be a little wishy. And anybody who did that is now up. And I love to see it. I love to hear it. Love to think about it. Good. Anyway, let's just quickly base it, though. We are nowhere near the top. We're nowhere near a uptrend just quite. Oh, I thought somebody says, I got panicked an hour ago and bought. I thought you were saying you panicked and sold everything at like $1.90 some. I really wonder, because again, I have no freaking crystal ball, right? I really wonder what's going to happen overnight. I think a neighbor is throwing a party, but I think they're out on the balcony screaming. It's 2 a.m. here? No, it's about, for me, it's about 12:47 right now in Dubai. But a little fun fact. I almost never hear neighbors. In no house that I'm ever at, I almost never hear neighbors. So it's kind of odd, especially if you hear them screaming. So it's a bit strange. Now, I could go take a look, but I don't know where to go. Because it could be upstairs, could be down, could be left, could be right. Who knows? What if they're just watching the XRP chart? Oh, are they holders too? Maybe they are. Maybe that's what happened. Matter of fact, that might actually be it. Maybe they also, just because we started talking about it, they realized that the XRP price indeed had done pretty well, and they realized, oh, you know what? We gotta get in that. We gotta get on that. That is really funny, guys. That is really funny. Yeah, lad. Gary Gensler is your neighbor? Yeah. I'm not sure what they're doing, guys. Tom says, remember the days Dusty didn't show his face? Long time, right, man? What if there's literally nobody making no sound and I'm just going crazy because the XP price was back up a bit and I'm just literally losing my mind? You guys are seeing it live. There's a possibility for that. There is a possibility. It's just, you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. Just hear the freaking. So we're all losing our minds. And it could be, man. It really could be. These crypto things. So if you really let them get to you. By the way, logically, this is one of the more interesting resistances to watch out for, because we bounced off of about 225, let's just say, multiple times in the past. We can see, just to quickly point out, right? You can see it had interesting reactions once, twice, let's just call it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Let's just call it a 6th, 7th, and now perhaps an 8th time. So this is the most important level to watch. If we break through, it depends on how we ended up, but there's a pretty good chance we can, move a little bit higher, maybe towards the 36 mark. But this is where we've ended off multiple times. So watch out for the price right now. If we come back down, obviously, might be a pretty depressing journey for a little bit again. Then again, it was positive news, though, and I love to see it. I feel like the pump is being held back by the market dip. That's what I always say about the 2021 XRP all-time high. I keep telling people that all-time high really was kind of a nothing burger because it had the lawsuit going on. And so you can't really use it in your analysis too much, in my opinion, because the situation was just so odd, just so out of the ordinary. Somebody asked me, I can sell at break even now. So do you think it's going to go down more? My simplest answer to that is you are the only person who can decide what's best for you. Because if you're at break even now, you're thinking of selling. I'm personally thinking you are afraid. Because think about it, right? If you are at break even now, you're like, should I sell? Well, from that perspective, what did you think going into that? Your thinking process was, let me buy, it's going to go up, which is stupid. In my opinion, you should. Oh, look at that. We're past it. Let's freaking go. And a 2 and a 2 and a 2 33 and a 2 34 44 50 and a 76 a 2 88 and a 2 2907 2904 coming up with a 29 1 29 37 18 oh, back down. Oops. Give it a still second. Imagine if we go back to $3 right now. No. Imagine we actually just straight up start pumping now for like hours in a row. If that happens, guys, what do we do then? No joke, what do we do if XRP just starts going nutty right here? No, I don't want to get you hyped up, But I'm just saying, we've passed the most important resistance. We're at basically still, you can see where the price reacted at multiple times previously, right? We want to get over that little threshold. We want to get slightly higher, above that 230 mark. Obviously, things get interesting again 10 cents above that. But generally speaking here, we've had more time below it, way more than above. So right now we're on a 2, and a 2, 29, 30, 51, and a 61, and a 54, 52, 42, and a 29, 30, and a 29, 39, and a 29, 34. At some point, I might become like an auctioneer guy. I'm not sure there's a specific word for what type of person that is. Does that job have a specific name? Auctioneer, is that it? Or auction talker? How do you call that guy? None it says, if that's the case, $3 I'm taking tomorrow off work, I think is what he's trying to say. Will XRP come down again, brother? Nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. All we do is we react in the best way possible. So in this case here, we were buying our way the freak down. And perhaps now, because you're back up, you might sell a little bit. Hey, that's fine, right? If you've got your juicy positions open that we were talking about for a bit. So what I'm probably going to see is if I look at you guys' accounts, by the way, if you want to trade also like we're doing right here, check out Blowfin. I've left the link down below. You can use it from anywhere in the world. If it's not working for you, you might want to check out a VPN or something. But I've not really had complaints yet. In this case here, that's the nice part about doing everything live, these things, is we did a live stream like 2 hours ago saying, hey, I'm buying the freaking dip. I don't care. I showed you this dip that we bought, and just a few hours after we're up. Did I expect it to happen? Nope. No. I'm being 100% real with y'all because I don't have no reason to lie. 0%. I'm not trying to claim to be a freaking I can see the freaking future. No, obviously nobody can. And I personally kind of am also a bit sick and tired of people saying, oh, you see, we knew this all along. No, I mean, you can, I guess, just perceive the information and draw the best, at least the best to your own possibility conclusion out of it. But that's all we're trying to do. You know, nobody has a freaking crystal ball. But it doesn't matter is the funny part. That's why I put in the that's why I put in the yellow lines there saying, hey, even if you played a 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗀 top, you are literally a little bit brain. Now, okay, I don't want to call you brain dead. Let's just say you got really unlucky. Or you're really just, let's buy the freaking pump. Let's respect the pump. You bought at $2.90. Bam. Right? Oops. Oopsie floopsie. At least if you do that, if you're a top buyer, you want to buy when things are pumping like a maniac and you don't want to buy them when they're dumping. Yes, by the way, RLUSD got approved officially. That's why we're up 20% in like an hour or two. But you're a 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗀 top buyer. That's because you're either never bought the freaking dip or because you're adding. But if you're adding to your position, then I'm hoping your average price is already quite low. If you're just buying because it's a one-time thing, you better make sure it's not with your full portfolio just buying somewhere if you're a scaredy cat. If you bought at $2.90, there's a pretty good chance this run that you'll still make a good sum of money. But if you're buying it with a position and you're afraid, because somebody was just asking me about break even, then it's in your best interest probably to buy your way down. But then if you're in break even right now, you've been playing the game very freaking wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, if your average price is above 226, my friends, you have a lot to learn because you're being very, very dumb. Like, honest truth, very, very stupid with it, or have just not been proper with risk management, which is okay. But you got to learn. And that's the more important part. Even if you mess up this whole run, you blast through a lot of money. You might have to wait a couple of years for a redo, but it's okay because at least next time you'll make best use of it. So maybe you're going to push things back a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood to learn. Quinn says, put in longs now or when RLUSD comes out. Now, again, to say it again. If you're buying when things are up, so you should have bought the freaking dip. $1, what is the lowest it went to just now? $1.89. And we're enjoying the pump right now because it just went up 20% or something in an hour. Now, or 2 hours. So, matter of fact, it's up 21% from the bottom just now. If you right now are asking me, hey, 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗧, hey, should I buy whatever? Man, you're not getting the point, man. You really aren't. Outlander says next stop 320. The risk we've got, which is why I'm not as excited as I might sometimes be, is that we've got Bitcoin keeping us down. And with Bitcoin not showing strength, I mean, right now it's back to 96, right? But if Bitcoin goes for another slashing, it might look kind of suck for a little bit. Let's just put it like that. A couple of good points here. All the beginners love to buy when it's pumping. They do. Most people, they sell when things are going down, which is fine, by the way. Another thing a lot of you guys don't understand is it's way better to sell when... okay, this is a double-edged sword. Because if I explain this the wrong way, people will do really dumb stuff. Let me just say it like this. First of all, some of you guys are so freaking delusional. Really, I wonder what's going on in your brain to think that in 2 hours going up 20% is not a crazy amount. You're literally one of the most delusional people I've ever seen in this freaking chat. That is delusion, my friend. You are literally completely crazy. Right? Please understand that. You are crazy in the brain. If you do not think 20% up in 2 hours is mad, 10% in 1 hour is absolutely crazy. Whoa, you gotta get, man. I really hope you're joking. I really, for both our sakes, brother or sister, I really hope you're trolling me. Please be trolling me. Please be. Oh, wow. Let's hope. Wow. Oh, damn. Imagine somebody coming up saying, "Oh, 2 hours? My coins only went up 20% over the last 2 hours, man. So sad." Oh, no. What am I seeing? I hate my life. Oh, no. Anyway, so what I was going to say, that's a double-edged sword. This is kind of scary for me to say, is that in a lot of instances, this is, again, listen to the full story before you do anything or whatever. So in a lot of instances, selling on the way down is less bad than buying on the way up. Pause. So if you're in a bull run, generally speaking, it is less risky to buy when things are pumping than when things are dumping. We all know that, right? So, well, let's just actually rephrase that. It's better to just buy in bull markets, and it's better to not buy in bear markets, generally speaking, until the peak or bottom. But it's basically just always nice to buy, even if it's high in bull markets. But the counter is, with positions, it very often is the case that as long as you're not in a loss, well, and you can realize profits, it's actually fine to settle in for less profit because you're basically de-risking. Let's say, for example, now, our bags have gone from 7,000% profit to 4,000% profit. So basically, we're pumping again. We're seeing a dip. I could actually sell that sometimes just to de-risk my whole portfolio, de-risk something. By the way, it's because the hourly just closed. Look at that bullish candle. Look at that bullish candle on the last hour. Look at that, ladies and gents. What a recovery for XRP, man. What a recovery. Woo. Whoa, looking juicy right there. Oh, it's $2.30 on Bybit. I can see it on my right eye. Look at that. Look at my... Little clap in the chat for everybody, boys and girls and everybody else. Little clap. Let's go. So just say, yeah. Let's get a little yeah in there going. Why? Because, man, it's up a lot. We got to get excited a little bit. We only got 200 likes. This is a very big problem. If you're watching this right now and you've not pressed that like button yet, we've got 2,000 people watching here. We're watching the price all of a sudden make a recovery of a lifetime. We've had almost 5,500 people join in total. This is unacceptable. Make sure, do me a favor. Press that button real quick. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to give me any money if you're afraid of that. It's not going to do anything good for you except hopefully get more people in here because maybe then YouTube knows the stream is good. I'm not sure exactly if it even helps. Maybe it's a placebo thing. You know, I could just look in the mirror and think, hey, 500 people press that button and I just go to bed as sad as ever. I don't know. But I'm not sure what it exactly does. But if it helps, well, then you just did a good job. You just did a good deed. And that's good. And if it doesn't help, at least you maybe think so. So that's also pretty good. Anyway, so continue on. XP Prize on a good journey right now. I'm loving to see it. I really do love to see it. A lot of people don't understand. Oh, this TV is scaring me. I sometimes just, whoa, I got to pause that real quick. I wanted to say, why do I say that in the best way? Wow, we're still pumping. How do I say that in the best way? Sometimes I enjoy, man. Hey, 230. We take those? Okay. Interesting. We just bought the bottom and it's looking good. It's looking very good, matter of fact, man. Yeah, XP my mate. 233. Boys and girls. Chat, where do we think is going to go? Put your end of the day predictions out. Who's bullish, who's bearish? End of the day predictions in the chat right now. Oh. There we go. What is that? It seems like a piece of wall. I sometimes do that. I just hit my head against the wall, so it's going to happen to the best of us. Okay, that is slightly too fast for me to see. We got whoever said $5. I like your optimism, you know? You're a nice guy to be around, probably. I wouldn't trust you with a single dime, but you're probably a nice guy to be around. Damn, some of you guys are crazy. What did this guy just say? Did we all just see that message right there? Wait, what? Anyway, I was going to say in a... Masha, boy, oi, cabrón, I'm losing my mind. I'm becoming like a little... How do you call those things? Those... Oh man, this looks like a freaking honeypot, dude. 235. We're back at it again, ladies and gents. You know, pump it up. You got to imagine it just. No, okay, I shouldn't make those jokes. I wanted to say, imagine I start singing the pump it ups. 236. Boys and girls, chat. Where do we keep on go? We take those. We're. You know, pump it up. You got to. From 190 to 240. Hey, who's that guy that said we didn't really pump today? Hey, screw you. You're banned, nerd. Hey, you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? 60 minutes. Who? That's right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. This makes you wanna just do some crazy stuff and beat a homeless guy. I shouldn't say that. Oh, at 238. Look at that. What? 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 XRP is up 50 cents in a day. What? Wow. Oh. Hey, man, some of you guys need to get yourself checked out, man. I really don't... Man, are some of you guys good? Somebody says, I missed the dip. How did you miss the dip? It lasted such a long time. I even streamed it. Isn't it Bitcoin that XP? So is it not Bitcoin that's pumping XRP up? Brother, it's because RLUSD got approved. Bitcoin is a side effect here. So the harder Bitcoin goes up, the more that XP will also go up. By definition, true. But you got to understand, looking at this, right? I'm not sure if you guys can see. Here you go. You can see XRP was the king here in this hourly instance. XLM was doing good as well, which, by the way, I also bought, but I didn't. Let's see. So how do we think the trading account is doing? Obviously, my main account is down a couple 100,000, I think, today. Let's see. So the stream account, if you guys are wondering, how much do you think we're down today? Do we think it's more or less than 200,000? I'm not so sure. We could check later. It's fine. Let's go to the trade account. Let's go check it out. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. I'm such a freaking genius. Anyway, so it's gonna look a little bit funny. Okay, I gotta check if they're doing some nasty. Give me a sec. I gotta know. least not on the balcony because I can't hear nothing. I'm not about to put my head against the wall. That's going a bit too far. But I can hear something, all right? Anyway, we'll accept it for what it is. I attribute my significant XP gains to you. Show the man some love, bros. It's definitely just you, brother. I mean, I would gladly like to take your attribution, but it's not. It's not fair. At the end of the day, I'm not... $240, $240, $240, $240, $240, $240. Hoo hoo ha ha ha. Hoo hoo ha ha ha. 80, 80, papa, 80, papa, 80, papa. Let's go, let's go, ah, let's go, let's go, ah, let's go, let's go, ah, let's go, let's go. Somebody who says, I almost got my money back on XRP. What the frick have you been doing? How do you do that? How do you do that? I almost got all my... Oh, man, sometimes you guys are killing me, man. How can you not $2.30? No. How could he not be at a break even? No. What are you doing? We take those. No, it can't be that easy, guys. It cannot be this easy. Was RLUSD all we needed? Is this real? Wait, somebody just says just got liquidated. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean that happened before? Okay, I see. Somebody says dance. Tommy, if you just said let's go, let's dance. Now you said dance. Now I can't do it out of principle, right? You said it too much like in a demanding note. Like, hey, you see what you said it with capital letters as well. You understand that I can't go dancing now because now it will be weird, right? If I start dancing now, after you just like dance, and I start going crazy, and it's like the dynamic is all odd now, bro. You ruined it for me. I would have been here smacking my ass, but hey, all right, you did this to me, brother. All right, real man to man right now, bro. You did this to me. I can't do nothing right now. I gotta sit here do. Oh man, why? I wanted to go to bed. I told myself, right? I'm sleeping no matter what. 1 or maybe 2 maximum. Because every day I've been sleeping now at 8:45, 8:30. Oh, wait, pump more. 241. You got to pump it. Don't you know? Pump it up. Hey, who here bought the dip and who was a little whiny ass? Who was a little bit? I'm trying never to curse, but who bought the dip? Let's see here. Can Tether survive RUSD? Yeah, Tether will be fine. The thing is, though, Tether's going to get delisted in a lot of places because of MICA, the European bill. Okay, I don't want to see any of definitely bought that. Just say yes or no. Did you buy the dip? Yes or no. Simple as that. I don't want to know the price. I don't want to know how much you bought. Don't put any of that sensitive information out there. Yes or no. It's simple as that. I see a lot of text. None of that I want to see. Okay, I see 1 no. Aaron said no. Disclose said no. Epitux says no. MSCO says no. Oh, most people say yes, though. There we go. There we go. Those are my boys! There we go. Man, I hope you're enjoying the games right now. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to last forever, by the way. And I will also, a little side note. Hey. Let's come together real quick, right? Let's go. Let's get real close here. Regardless of how good XRP looks right now, if Bitcoin kicks the bucket and starts going like 85,000 or something, let's be real, XP is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. If you right now are witnessing life-changing amounts of gains, you just longed the freaking bottom at 191 and you just went crazy. You went a bit maniac mode and right now the profit you're seeing is just insane. You might want to sell some. I don't want to play this character. I don't want to be the one to tell you to, hey, sell some real quick maybe because it could go up so much more. But yeah, I also kind of care about you in that sense. I don't want you to get wrecked. I don't want you to lose your gains again. Now we're going up by some crazy margins. Going up more than 50 cents in one day is pretty rare. So I just want to quickly say that. Can we go up a lot more? Sure. But there's a difference between the positions and the spot bags. If you're talking about your spot bags, I'm holding them. I'm not selling any. If we're talking about your positions, the whole idea, what I've been showing you with all these live streams and all these videos, is to get your average price as low as possible, having a lot of leeway, and then selling on the top. Why are you 20% down? So on XRP, we're actually up for 50% or so on this trade. But that's only because we actually bought like, I didn't really buy that much, I guess. I don't know. So let's, why am I down on something still? I'm not sure what you mean with 20%. Am I 20% down? Let's go back to, oh, you mean on the main account maybe? I don't, let's see. So here we have our mainstream account. You know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Somebody says, I wonder how the CPI tomorrow is going to fix. Change all this. Let me see what's coming up tomorrow. Yeah, so for me, it's already, that's why I was a bit confused. So for me, it's already today. 5:30 p.m., we're going to get ourselves the U.S. inflation numbers. I'll probably make another video in a second here to explain to people exactly what this means usually, because it does often come with some volatile times. Then again, I do not think it's going to be that scary this time. But who knows, right? At the end of the day, who knows? It's turbulent times, volatile times. So it's always interesting to watch. DVAX says, because of you, I'm debt-free, hands-off. I'm so thankful. Keep doing what you're doing. Love for you, broski. Again, I'll gladly take your compliment in that sense, but it really, again, I can't take full credit because it's not because of me. Just because I make videos, you're talking about what I'm doing and my cryptos, doesn't mean you're debt-free because of me, man. Nah. At the end, people need to understand, you're making the choices yourself. Right? I cannot invest for you, and I would never try that. The reason I always say I'm not a financial advisor at the end of the day is because all we're doing here is buying these freaking coins and believing in them. It's that simple. Buying the coins, believing in them, and for the most part, the positions is a new thing for many people. So I'm not so sure how many have done really, really well with those yet. Soon enough, people will though, because I already told you guys it's gonna do so well for me. You'll see. What made the crypto go up so much suddenly? It was the news of, let's quickly find it here. Let me open it real quick. Where's our bad Garling house? Of the NYDFS officially approving the RLUSD stablecoin. So for any of you guys wondering, that's officially what happened. I'm taking a ginger shot. There we go. All the time. Anyway, I will say another thing. Sometimes I'm a bit too open with you, right? Because people panic sometimes. But I will say that the price is up a lot in just a few hours, right? Going to $2.40 in like 1 or 2 hours from the bottom. It's up a lot. It is. It's up a lot. I could do way more, but it's up a lot. It's up a lot. Just want to quickly put that PSA out there. Oh man, also, why do people not get still that there's no Ripple live stream? All right, brothers and sisters, there is no Ripple live stream. It's a scam. They're not going to double your money. They're not going to start speaking. But every single day, I see multiple people commented. Lost my ID, having a hard time getting an account open. If you already have crypto, you can check out places like Blowfin, like I just said. Link is down below. If you have no crypto at all, I don't know how to tell you what to do if you don't have an ID. That's tough, bro. That's tough. There's probably ways, matter of fact. If I was you, right, and I really wanted to get crypto, I would get it done. I mean, don't let that be an excuse to you. Why YouTube allowed this? Brother, is that the real question? Anyway, so if, let's just hypothetically speak and say that price goes back to like 220 or something like that, at that point, it will be an event that we call buy the rumor, sell the news, that people are buying heavily because of the news, but perhaps Bitcoin stopped, or if it just, again, it's up 50 cents in like a freaking hour, 3 hours. Sometimes it's not that sustainable. But I think perhaps if Bitcoin says that it's through, though, I think for XRP things are looking really, really juicy. It just would make sense. But then again, there is a lot of skepticism in the market still, which also makes sense because Bitcoin just showed some ridiculousness. Right now, I want to see how many shorts got squeezed, liquidated. Let's quickly go ahead and take a look. Let's go take a look at the liquidation data. Oh, hey. Over the past hour, XRP shorts got wrecked. That is funny to see, huh? Who's been shorting XRP? Is it any of you guys? Whoever was shorting XRP, you probably got wrecked just now. That's funny. That's really funny to watch. But over the past 24 hours, $814 million US, which is a lot of money, but in comparison to what we had yesterday, this is not really a leverage flush of sorts. We already had that yesterday. And that's perhaps why today less cascading effects. It's still bad. You know, it was not fun to watch today as altcoins went down. But generally, it was not that bad. Then again, like I said, there are some instances in which shorting some currencies, perhaps even a Bitcoin, is not a bad idea. You know what? I just get texted now. I see it on Twitter, actually. Is it the time to open a long? And again, my response would be, if you're a risk taker, then yes. If you're a person who approves the strategy I just described way before, which is buy your way down, then yes. I mean, you could pull all these targets down. This is just to explain what would happen if you bought at $2.90. You'd have to buy relatively quite a lot going down. If you try to buy right now at $2.30, at least your start is where last time around it would have been, for example, your third buy. So you can shift this whole pattern downwards and eventually end up with perhaps a significantly better price than obviously if you started at $2.90. So if you're asking me, hey, should I buy? I can understand why you would. But then again, like Saint says, if you're asking me about it, if you are not sure you should, then I would say it's not necessarily wise from a risk-reward perspective. Because the risk is pretty good. It's like literally 50-50. And so if you're a person that apparently doesn't really know for sure, you're not really sure what you're doing, then losing the money might feel way worse than just not making any, I'm thinking. So then maybe to some extent it's wise to learn more about it and at least know your strategy before doing anything. That's a spicy meatball, brother. I really want to know what you're saying, but I don't. Ruben says, I think it will test 225 and then right back up. I mean, previously this has acted as a really interesting support, so we'll see how this handles, right? Going back to about 225, something along those lines, right around here. That whole area has been quite peculiar in the past. So this is basically for a slightly longer term. You know, it's still medium. It's actually very short term, but let's just say medium outlook here because we've also been looking at the minute chart. This is the turning point. This is where things, in my opinion, get quite interesting. The inflection point at 225 to 27-ish, maybe even 229. RUSD accepted, I presume. You are correct in assuming that. So XRP pumps 50 cents, right? The price that we've seen for many years in a day. And that is clickbait when I say pump? Okay, I gotta quickly know, what do you mean that's fake? What are we talking about? Interesting. What's your X? The DustyBC. It's in the description. You always find it there. Dog with hat. Thoughts? I still have the whip position open, ladies and gents. It's minus 10 bands about ish. Not doing too well. It's at $2.80. Oh, yeah. So that one is the worst one. Oh no. Nah, whatever. But the rest is still doing okay, so we're fine. You want to know a fun fact? I've not watched the 60-minute interview. I was going to watch it on stream, but you guys said no. So I was like, oh, okay. Bro, tell everyone about XRPL meme coins. They're going to explode. The reason I don't is because most people get scammed or they'll lose money. Like, XRP meme coins are so small that for most people, it is really stupid to get into them now. I would like to say, yeah, but most people, let's be serious here. Most people that are going to do it are going to get wrecked. So if I was going to sit here and make tutorials and all that stuff for it, then yes, I could. But right now, no, man. There are too many scams. It's such a sketchy area. Literally, almost every single one of them looks bad. I think there's one okay one. But almost all of them look like plain scams. It just looks so bad. XPL meme coins, not a big fan yet. And I'm a fan of meme coins. What about XRPL? Again, XRPL meme coins have been kind of dumb. Yeah, thus far. And if you're thinking of buying small ones, again, the chance of getting scammed is pretty high. So, yeah. It's still in its infancy stage, the meme coin situation on there. It has to grow by a bit before I really start liking it. We're looking good, guys. We're looking really, really solid. Back to 230, just down, up from 289, man. Amazing. And if somebody says, damn, it's only going down. Oh, man. I sometimes need this chat, I think, to put me down onto a level of understanding what some other people think. Because I'm noticing that a lot of you guys, we're locked in, all right? We have the same thought process. Maybe most of us. But then there's some comments that I'm like, how can this get into your brain? How do you get this train of thought? And then I realized, well, people are vastly different, right? Everybody thinks about a situation differently. And what I'm seeing right now, we're up 40 cents in like 3 hours. What? Somebody else is thinking, we just went down from 240 to 233. That's crazy. So you got to always remember that there's always different things. There's always a different person with a different opinion, which at the end of the day is necessary for markets to work properly. If you're winning money, somebody else is losing it, right? When it comes to this trade that we refer to here. Which is not necessarily true by the definition of losing. It's just for you to buy, somebody else needs to sell, but they could be selling it at a lot of profit theoretically. Where can I find your advice on which meme coins to buy? I will never advise anybody to buy anything, so that would never happen. Philip says, love your streams, keep up the work, but could you please start the stream a little bit earlier because my bedtime is in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, Philip. I'll keep that in mind. Angelique says, to be fair, we went from 264 down to 192 in less than 12 hours. Yeah, buddy. That is the market for you. But I mean, Bitcoin took a little bit of a beating. Fun fact, it really didn't take that bad a beating. Like, real talk. What did you just say? 192 in less than 12 hours? 264, 192. It was about 2 days. So about 4 times as long as you're saying, but I see what you're coming from. Barry says, stop yapping. I don't want to see you no more. Is RUSD available on the XRPL a real coin? No. If you're buying RLUSD, ask yourself, why would you buy that? Why would you do it? Like, real talk, why in the world would you buy RLUSD? Why? Think about it. Why would you want to buy a stablecoin? If it's really running already, it's properly liquid, hey, maybe, you know, change from one stablecoin to another. But why would you be like, hey, let me go ahead and buy a lot of this? It makes no sense. Maybe if there's a lot of DeFi set up, okay, I can understand. But right now, if you're not going to provide liquidity for it, because then you want to buy it for that specific reason, why would you want to be so eager? Ah, is it available, guys? Can I buy? Can I go? Take it easy. It's accepted. It's coming up. Okay, also, because it's a penny now, worth $1 later. No, brother. Oh, please. If it's going to launch, it's going to launch at $1. They're not going to sell it to you for a penny. If it does, that's a major mess up on their end. And I would actually then never, if it launches at 1 cent or something like that, whatever you're saying right there, that would be the worst thing that they could ever do. And I would literally make videos talking about how stupid of a company Ripple is. And I would literally tell you to never be involved with Ripple anymore, because that's stupid. Why would they launch a $1 stablecoin for a discount? Why would they do that? Why would they just voluntarily lose money? Oh, this is always going to be worth $1. Let's just give it to people for a penny. No, that's not how the real world works, brother. It's like, you know what? If we're the first in front of the dollar printer, they're going to sell them cheaper. No, it's going to go for $1, obviously. I mean, they're printing the dollars, but you know, even if you're the first, it's not all of a sudden going to be 1 cent because you're the first to take it off the printer. It's going to be exactly $1. And no, I don't call this an idiot. It's just somebody who has a different way of thinking, perhaps, when it comes to how the crypto space works. I don't think it's an idiot thing. But it's, again, if you're now that oh, camera's stuck again. I want to say, now that I've said it, if you don't find it logical, yeah, then you got to get yourself a little bit checked out. But if you didn't think about it that way, I understand. Because there's a lot of scams going on. And there's a lot of these situations where people think, hey, I've noticed RLUSD is still cheap. Should I buy it now? And a lot of us might know that it's a scam. But some people don't. So I don't mind people asking that or saying that. Take profit and buy a new camera. Is the camera bad? What's going on? I need to clean it maybe, but the camera is actually $5,000. I think it should be solid. It's not it's actually the connection that is the issue, but that's because there's no direct. So I need like a intermediary to put the camera link, whatever, it doesn't matter. Point being, the camera is fine. It's the connection that's the issue between the camera and the computer. Well, actually the dongle or whatever the thing is called. David Swartz actually said it could be $3 at launch due to lack of availability, but told people not to buy at the price because it will not go up, just down. Yeah, again, I would just actually to go back to that person, there is a possibility that they actually mess something up and it launches, and there's a few pennies you can grab at lower prices because the launch does a strange thing. It could actually be, but you're not. If you have time in the chat to talk about that, then strange. It could be that you, in the first 6 seconds of it launching, maybe like 5 seconds, are able to buy it cheaper. It's actually possible because maybe they're list. But I personally am not so sure why they would ever list at a lower price than that. But there might be a reasoning for it. Maybe they like it on the chart to start at a lower price. Yeah, I don't know though. There's a possibility for it, but it doesn't seem that logical to me. Making more sense that it's a random person's coin they made to trick people. Yep. That is 99.9% certain. But yeah, again, to me, it's just very, very logical. To some people, it might not be, and I understand that. The whole market is going up. Beautiful, right? Amazing to see. Franklin says, what is your realistic target for XRP? And when are we having a freaking huge party? So I've said it before. I'm actually down to do a huge party any day. I don't mind. I'm done. Like literally the truth answer to you is, man, my goals for XRP have been hit in terms of what I really wanted to see. I wanted to see an XRP above $1. It happened. I wanted to see an XRP above, and we went to almost $3. But basically, $3 is what I really, really wanted to see, and I've seen it. Theoretically speaking, I'm the happiest man alive. I do believe we'll still 4x or so this cycle, like minimum. But if we're talking about how happy am I to throw a party, we've hit $3 in XRP. A party is definitely deserved for all the holders, man. But it just depends on where I want to do it, or where we want to do it, or how. So we definitely deserve a party, though. Let that fact not go around, all right, or get missed. We're in a situation for one of that. And somebody's asking, should I sleep or watch for action? Brother, I'm at some point. Ooh. Sorry, I gotta quickly discuss something here. Oh, you guys are saying price? My bad, my bad. Bless you. Hey, thank you, bros. Thank you, chat. This looks ridiculous, though, right? 2 days of straight destruction, and then just an absolutely beautiful move back upwards, just erasing all that darkness that was in our hearts for a little bit. Camera stuck again? Think so? No, we're not. No minute chart? Okay, let's vote. Who wants to see minute chart? Who wants a longer term chart? Okay, so just say the time frame. 1 minute, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. What time frame are you guys looking for? What are we like? What are we looking at? Which one you guys want? Okay, we got to do a poll. And then we'll go from there. Let's see what people say. Okay. Now camera. Oh no, again, it's just. Sometimes, anyway. We're a democracy in this chat. We stick with whatever has the most votes. It's right now by far 1 minute. So we take a look at the 1 minute. Yes, that's how it's going to work. Man, that was an interesting buy right there, huh? The other one is way more beautiful, though, on the second account. Scoop diddy boop. Whoop diddy scoop diddy boop diddy boop boop. We're back in profit. Yeah, yeah. We're back in profit. Yeah, yeah. It's 2:38 now. $2,100 of y'all did not vote. Hey, how many people are actually in the chat? Let's just, if you're watching this right now, I know some of you guys must be driving or whatever, but I wonder, right? There's almost 3,000 people watching. Logically, we've had almost 20,000 people stop by and say hi. We only have 800 likes, which again makes me wonder. If there's 3,000 people watching and 18,000 people in total who stop by, why is the likes relatively so low? Again, why are people so greedy with that? I wonder something, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. Second of all, just say yes real quick if you're actually watching this, or hi or something like that. But then again, I also have subscribers only on, so maybe some people don't want to subscribe, which is completely up to you. It's completely fine. I just turned that on to prevent some scammers. Let's just see. Okay. Okay, that is a lot of people though. But still going. Okay. That is a lot of people. Whoa. When you really start thinking about it like that, that's huge, man. Look at how many people said hi. Oh, damn. What platform are you using? This is Bybit, but mostly now we're going to start using Blowfit. Flabbergasted. Brother, I mean, Anthony C, he says he's driving. Brother, you know, who cares that you're driving? When you got to talk in the chat. No, please focus on driving, man. I understand. Don't worry. I understand completely. You understand people can watch without having a YouTube account, therefore they can't like. I do. But, you know, we're in this case here, 18,000 people, 2,000. I mean, what is the probability that 11 or 17,000 people didn't have a YouTube account? I mean, that's pretty small, right? I'm driving your mom to the store. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Question, Dusty. I just got in. Keep the content. When you say approval, does it mean it was approved? When you say approval, does it mean it was approved? When I say approval, do I mean approval? What do I mean when I say approval? That's a good question. I would say when I said approval, I meant it got approved. Yes. I'll take that as what I meant. Yep. Brad himself put on Twitter, this, Justin, we have final approval from the NYDFS for RLUSD. Exchange and partner listings will soon be live. And reminder, when RLUSD is live, you hear from Ripple first. So there we go. That was a tricky one, though, so I get the confusion. So it says you need to approve new hair. Man, I should indeed go see a barber. Hey, you know what? A lot of people tell me I'm too sarcastic, but I can't help it. I try to just leave people be, but I can't. All right, there's something nagging in my head. But it's all right. I understand. For some people, it might be too much. I can't help it. It's impossible. The guy who asked us, like, no, maybe it's not. Maybe English is not the first language or something, right? It could be. it's oh no, Dios mío. Yeah. No problem with sarcasm. You don't want to know how many problems with sarcasm I get on a weekly basis. Especially for whoever's from Germany, you guys don't get jokes, man. In Germany, you see, I shouldn't say this because they're not gonna get it. But man, whenever I come across Germans, they don't get the sarcasm too much. There's a lot of people outside that box, obviously, but I'm just generalizing here. It's always a little bit tough. Tommy says, "Ahaha, I'm German." Yeah, I noticed. I'm messing with you. Let's see. German are the most funny. Okay. We're not gonna let you. We're not gonna let you in the clubhouse no more. The Germans are the most funny people. I really think so. No, they're not. No, they're not. But there's a lot of funny Germans, man. At the end of the day, there's a lot of them, right? So. Oh, man. So, somebody says, this is a very important thing. Stan says, I had a buy order on Bluefin, whatever exchange, doesn't matter. On the chart, it hit, but it didn't get filled. How is that possible? Let's just hypothetically speak and say, okay, so we gotta explain this. Let's just say I right now put an order at $1 per X. Might be too low, but let's just say $1 per XRP. It could be that you're not the first to think that. It could be that there's 1,000 people who want to buy $10 million worth of XRP at $1. Now, so if there's 1,000 people doing that, and they all want to buy 10 million bucks, there's $10 billion of buy pressure at $1. Meaning the moment it gets there, it's not going to go through $1. It's going to just eat up from that 10 billion slowly, slowly, slowly. If I want to also buy $100, I'm going to be the 10 billionth and 100, or I guess the 10 billionth and $1 forward. So then if there's 10 billion and $3 worth of buying volume, I'm going to only get $3 filled. If there's $8 billion worth of volume, I'm going to get $0 filled. So it's all about how quick you are with that to place your orders in, slash how much you want to buy. So that's the answer to that. So yeah, this is not necessary. So this person says you got to put the 1 point whatever when you have a limit order. If you want to, generally speaking, buy around heavily, I'm going to call it like these psychological barriers, like $1, $2, whatever. It's almost always smarter to put it slightly, or actually a pretty good penny above, because if they're psychological things, people for some reason like to put them at exactly the spot, or like $5.001 or whatever, 501, and I would always go for slightly higher than that if you get my drift. Can you explain a little what RLUSD approval means for XP in the future? So the long story short about RLUSD and why it's so huge is because it's going to bring a lot of liveliness to the XP ledger. Right now, if you think about it, what's really cool about XRPL? Well, there's a lot of arguments to be made, but the main thing is whatever is coming. So let's just say we have our native stablecoin. It's going to allow for a lot of DeFi opportunities. It's going to allow for a lot of new banking clients, new different opportunities on the XP ledger, which right now are just not available. Now, I'm not so sure theoretically why they'd go for RLUSD over just minting any stablecoin on it, because I'm thinking they could have done anything a long time ago. But I guess it's just Ripple also wanting to make money in that sense, because they could have had a stablecoin a long while back. But maybe perhaps Tether didn't want to work with them too much, or Tether's already available and nobody just uses it. It's possible, actually. Maybe the tech changed slightly for this. Maybe they're doing something specifically for it. I actually don't know those parts. I just know that if you're thinking about a broader ecosystem, you need stablecoins, period. There's just so many things you can't do without having a certain way to define a dollar, or just one stable unit of monetary whatever value. Why do they need XRP? So again, think about it. Where does the value of Ethereum or Solana come from? A network, which is the idea here is, if you're going to use XBL as a network rather than just as the payment token, then you have a lot more activity. So it makes more sense to want the underlying asset. If you're thinking of Solana, Ethereum, first of all, you need it. You need to have some to transfer it. But if we're talking about Solana, if you have got one Solana, or BNB for that matter, you've got, okay, BNB is different because it's also acting as a fee lessener on the exchange. But in general, let's just say BNB, AVAX, and all those, a lot of those, a very primary part of what they do is just act as a platform where things are built upon. And why do people hold the token? Because they think the platform will do well, and they're basically buying it with the idea that the platform will become greater, more people use the platform, and thus the token goes up. In a lot of ways, it's not that logical that the more the network becomes used, that the price of the network's asset, the native asset, like for example Ethereum, would have to go up. So if you think about it, they could just only use USDT, and they need teeny bits of Ethereum to transfer, sure, but why would they then be bullish on it? Because theoretically speaking, people only need to buy it just to quickly send it away again. Well, then the deflationary aspect comes in. People like to bring that up with XRP, but it's not enough transfer that will be done to really make it that deflationary, because the fees, the drops is so little. But so ultimately, the point I was trying to bring there is that it brings liveliness, it brings activity, it brings TV, it brings numbers for the XP ledger. It's going to make it a lot more alive. Thoughts on XRP getting bought by banking corporations to crash it? I mean, it could be, but I don't know why you do that. So they're buying it just to make their price go down? So they're putting their own money in to make their own money go down? Why would they do that? Why would they buy it to make it crash? Interesting one. Could be, but I don't know why they do that. If XRP hits $5, can I take out a man on a mandate? Oh, me. Brother, what? Let's skip that for right now. That's I don't want to be that guy to tell you, but yeah, we ain't gonna do that. No, nigga. No, that's not gonna happen. If you worded it differently, because I'm not 100% sure what you mean right there. You know, like I didn't know when you say man on man. Do you mean like, hey, brother to brother? You know, hey, we have $5 in XRP. That's family right there. Or do you mean, you know, man on man? I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit in the middle here. I'm not sure which angle I gotta take that out of. Love the fake out. A lot of broken ankles, man. Again, I love to see this. I love to see the XRP shorts getting liquidated right there. It being the #1 most liquidated asset in the past like 1 hour. That's funny to see, man. It's just good to see people. I mean, it's not good to see people's angles get wrecked, I guess, but it's just nice to see a lot of people that were like, no, it's gonna go to 0. To then all of a sudden see that crazy price back up, or the flip back up. I mean, love to see it. I love to see it, at least. Let's see. We have Ronnie coming in with 100. That's actually the biggest. I don't think we've ever received that. So that's huge. Big thank you to that for that, Ronnie. I'm not sure why you do that, but I guess we'll see in the message. So that is a bit crazy, actually, matter of fact. This was long overdue, my friend. Thanks for the years of free service. Keep doing your thing, because you've come a long way and know exactly what you're talking about. You're making me tear up a little bit, brother. I know what I'm talking about. That's the first time somebody said that to me. That feels good. At the end of the day, though, I still got to remind y'all, you're still making your own damn decisions. But damn, why'd you do that? Thank you. Feels weird, but somebody going out their way to do that, it's a bit odd. It is a bit strange. In a certain way, donation things are a very, very odd exchange of sorts. It's like somebody being like, hey, you know what? Here's a tip. But it's a strange thing in this industry. Anyway, just I don't want to call or how do you say it? Like sound unappreciative in that sense. You know, you're a very kind spirit for that. It's just it's a very odd dynamic. But nonetheless, thank you for stopping by, saying hi all these days. Then I guess if you're calling it long overdue, you must have been watching for a while. That's good to hear. Man, that always makes me. I'm gonna see. Oh no videos of his own. I gotta give another counter to that. A little follow up. Man, you know how many people have been here for freaking years, man. Just people that some names you just recognize throughout the years. And I sometimes also, like when XRP was at low points, I was like, damn, I wonder what part of that portfolio is XRP. And then, honest truth, right? To see right now prices be at like $2.50, all those. When I know that these people were with me, even when XRP went to like 17 cents after the lawsuit, etc., I'm thinking at least it's at like a 15x or whatever back then, like even higher. Yeah, it does me really well to know that at least if they were going crazy on XRP right now, finally a lot of them got vindicated. Even if it's not the craziest of gains, and we're still gonna see a crazier journey probably. It did me really well. Because at the end of the day, you got to see from my side also. Let's say you talk about a certain asset for so many years, for so long, and it keeps doing bad. People always like, yeah, you made me buy this garbage. I'm always like, no, I don't. I'm just buying it. I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you the news, etc. I'm just the middleman here. But then still, to some extent, you're like, yeah, I did talk about it a lot, huh? People think it's my only thing, and a lot of people come and says, I bought XP because of you, man. Didn't do well. I'm like, well, I'm still holding. But then it's really rewarding mentally, not obviously financially, but let's just say mentally, to see that a lot of the people who've been around for a while and actually did get into the journey because of what I've said, to finally see them do well. It's really rewarding. It's a little side note. Regardless, I would say that this, like talking about the RLUSD perspective, it should act as like a start of sorts. I mean, obviously, I'm not so sure if they're going to make this more a buy the rumor, sell the news type of effect, where they're going to... Oh, man, there's a couple of questions I need to mentally prepare for again. Okay, but there's a couple of situations where there's just going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news effect, but I think that's going to be mostly based on Bitcoin crashing. Now, if Bitcoin goes for another kick the bucket event, then again, even that is split up. The last time that Bitcoin crashed, like, let's see, we have today and yesterday, we have the time that Bitcoin flash crashed, right? Back then, altcoins survived really, really well. Right now, Bitcoin ain't going down at all, actually. And it's just altcoins that are suffering. All right, they're doing bad. Anyway, a couple of things. So, Daryl says, Dusty, where does money lost in shorting go? So you got to understand that it's always a two-way street. You can make money on either direction. But theoretically speaking, if you're shorting, you're borrowing an asset and giving it back later. So it's, theoretically speaking, the opposite side that's winning then, right? So you get that. You get you can either short or you can, which one is going to go? You can put your money on one of them. Just like a 50-50 split, all right? If you pick the right one, you make. If you pick the wrong one, the other person makes. 100K tip? Well, let's take a little step back now. Nobody talking about 100K tip right now. Hey, nobody tell me that. Hey, I mean, if you want to give another, you know, you're trying to give me another watch or two. I mean, hey, no, don't do that. That's a bit crazy. But somebody says you give good advice. Nothing is it. Is it advice? I don't think so. I don't call it advice, man. I just call it, I tell whatever I'm doing, and you do whatever with that as you please. Man, I almost wanted to say, like, guys, we're going to squeeze, but it's the 1 minute chart, and there's going to be some people who didn't watch the context, and they're going to look at the stream and say, what is this dumbass talking about on the 1 minute time frame? Because they don't really work in the same way as a longer time frame, right? There's no real support to it. It's just sometimes fun to watch. So, yeah, you know what? We are converging here. Might get a little breakout of sorts. But then again, that means nothing because it's a 1 minute chart. Salim says, we'll see a $2.60 XRP today. You know, to that, my friend, I will say, let's hope we do. He's saying double top on the 4 hour. Let's go take a look at that. No, I wouldn't say that. So the only thing I can see where you're coming from is if we go to a 4 hour perspective. You know what? Matter of fact, let's go to, find the XRP chart. This is XLM. XRP. Okay, this is 1 hour. Okay, so if we go to the 4-hour chart here, let's quickly take a little bit of a look. Why is my computer lagging all of a sudden so much? Ah, maybe because I opened Photoshop again for just a second just now. Let's just quickly see. So the double top would then have to be based on the fact that we basically started the crash at this level on a 4-hour basis. So if we're taking a look at this, we started the crash at roughly $2.40. We right now just got again to about $2.40. So we need to get over this hurdle before we flip bullish again. And we just, again, like I just said, got rejected at $2.40. Yeah, there's some logic in that. There's some logic in that. I would say it might be actually a more beautiful top on the 1 hour. We'll have to take a look. But again, even in the past, right, we did actually have some resistance at that level. We did face some gnarly times back there. So it's definitely a point of interest, to say the least. We also had it as a top back on December 5th. Al says I hit a 199 buy. That's really good. Man, I'm sneezing like a maniac. Wait a minute. Wait. What Edgy says, Dusty, if I become a millionaire this cycle, I will frame a picture of you in my room behind my bed so my girlfriend can watch you. Okay. Hey, you know what? I'll hold you to that. Hey, that's goals. Thank you, brother. That's what I like to hear. That's motivation right there. Matter of fact, let's get to working. Let's get right back into the freaking let's freaking go. That is nice though. I like that. Thank you for telling me that. I'll be working harder now that I know that. Matter of fact, that's all I ever needed. It's a bit sad, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll accept it. But besides that, I think I think we've exhausted our resources here. I don't want to hold y'all for too much longer. I think I'm gonna take a little look at exactly what is going on, and I might get you guys with another video in a little bit. Just whenever, if something crazy is popping off or happening. Okay, again, it's a bit scary. My display just crashed. But it keeps saying mistake. YouTube's not getting enough input. So I'm not so sure if the stream is laggy or not. All I want to say is I don't want to hold you guys for too much longer because the price right now is not pumping like crazy no more. It might in just a second. It's just that I don't really have that much more to say because the confirmation is done. The pump is a little bit over for right now. We'll get back to it later. Yeah, if something happens, I'll probably come I'll probably come back with another stream of sorts. I thought I was going to sleep early, but I guess it's not going to happen. PC. I'm also starting to trip out a little bit. Maybe it's the heat getting to me, you know? I might go a bit crazy. I don't know what's going on. Guys, it was enjoyable to have you all here. If you're not done it yet, put that notification bell on, all right? And I keep saying this not because I want you to subscribe. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about those numbers too much. It's more about the fact that if something crazy happens, you want to be notified. And some people, they will wish they were notified. That's all I'm trying to say right here. Some people, they will always think, damn, if only I got whatever. So you might want to put that freaking thing on. Yeah, that's it. Matter of fact, you know what? And it.